couple minutes for people to show up. I'm just walking to my spot. Thought I'd give you some views of what this place is like. And I figured out, looking on the map, I'm not even at the heart of 6th Street. I'm at like a different end of it. And it's still jumping this much. Ooh, it smells. You can only smell. That's what my hubby used to do. You know, I don't. So next week, I might try a different corner. Hey, I see a couple people in here. I can't go anywhere. Asshole. See me with a wagon and wants to walk right at me like I'm not there.
How we doing Friday?
Alright, I'm at my corner. Hey, Scooter Mom! I'm here. This is my corner. Although I came straight here. I didn't stop because I was running late. And I realized I'm not even at the heart of 6th Street down here. I'm at like the far end. And it's this busy. I'm like, dang. Alright, let me see if I can get my tripod out while I'm holding the phone. This should be fun. I'm going to be hand out the Dramamine. I'm going to be shaking. I didn't realize I was that close. So I didn't make my pit stop. So I was able to really figure out where I'm at. Because taking the pit stop kind of takes me past. And then I have to kind of come back. I still have my earbud in my ear. And I can't hear. Blech. I listened to your show on the way here. Thank you. Yeah, there's watching me. I almost didn't go on till I got set up, but I thought it was interesting to see what this place looks like on the way here. And I can't believe I'm not at the heart of it. And because there's a whole, I'm on East 6th. There's a whole West 6th. So I don't know what that looks like down there. Hey, K-Fin. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Maybe when I leave. Or one other day that I'm here, I can go down there and see what it looks like. Oh my, here we go. Okay, let's get the phone on. I'm just setting up right now. Okay, which way does this pipe? There we go. Alrighty. Hope it doesn't push on the off button. It likes to try to do that. Oh man, this thing does not fit in this well. Alright. Sorry, I'm going to take the case off, which I didn't want to do in case it falls. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to close the camera case so you won't see it. So I can get this thing off. I'll be right back. Let's see if this works. Oh, it opened on its own. Sorry about that. Oh no, I took the case off. Ugh. Didn't think about that. Alright, let's see if this fits better. Oh, it does. That fits so much better. I just hope nobody knocks it off tonight. Alright, let me get this earbud out of my ear. Alrighty. So, we're here. I just got to get my sign set up. I'll check back with the chat here and there. We'll just people watch. Let's go right here. So I get set up. Oh, you know what I forgot? I was in such a hurry, I forgot my sandbag. Whoopsie. Oh, my finger's stuck. So I'll just put the legs out really far so it doesn't hit me. Do that. I'm trying not to trip drunk people. I think that'll do. put it in my car upside down. Hanging over.
Everybody knows.
No, they don't. You know how many people at night I get to go, what is Scientology? They're in all. Well, that's why they opened up across the university. They're trying to get the students in there that don't know any better. Oh my God. Good for him. I learned from people that are in 30, 40 years before they get out. I came into this not knowing anything myself. I learned from these buses usually in Jersey Shore. We had people escape from the car, run off the road, brought back from West Station and such. And that, how hard they go after you depends on how much you know where you work. And that was L. Ron Hubbard. David Miscavige took over his work. I didn't think it was me, but thank you for your story. Yeah, I'm here. We're trying to get the government to investigate.
Go down, there was a van that's playing the van down in the old government federal building down there.
Yeah.
And they're sort of like, it's like the van, like all the like restrictions, things up there, everything on there.
Oh man. Oh, I wish I'd have known that. I don't know the street that well, so I've been coming here. Isn't like Main 6th Street farther down? I don't know.
This is 36, they used to close it off.
I know. It's been that long since I've been here, and the cops were over there my first night, and I went up to him and I said, why did they open this up? He says, I don't know. I said, I think it's dangerous. He said, me too. All right, anyway, I don't know if you guys got to hear that. I'll tell you what he said. Alrighty, we're set up. I think my sign's too high though. So that guy had a neat story. You probably couldn't hear him. That's too high. Right here. There we go. Alrighty. What's been going on in the chat? Let's see who's here. Woo! Lots of people. Hey Emily, hi. Hey Helger, I watched one of your things recently. It was the part about Nora and Scott. And I thought I haven't been paying no attention. I thought they were just kind of, he was caught. Fly Cooper, hey. Hey David. No, I knew I was online. I had to set up. I was running late. Thank you, Chat Mama. Chat Mama's an awesome mod. Yes, we're on 6th Street, Mama J. Oh, this is such be interesting. I'm pretty good. I've been all right. Let's see. Okay, I said hi to everybody. All right. So, yeah, I got into a couple chats in the last couple days. Just trying to get caught up on things. Not real. Because a cult won't let you leave.
You sure?
Yes, I have talked to people who have, and there's a lawsuit right now. The woman had to escape in the trunk of a car.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. What if the place you want to go to don't want to?
I don't know what you mean.
You said a cult says you can't leave, right?
Right. What you
But what if
doing?
the place you want to go to you don't want to?
But that's too much for my brain to accomplish right now.
You got a car, we can talk about it. You got a
What?
car? You got a business card?
No, I don't yet. I'm just on YouTube.
I mean,
There's about 50 or 60 of us doing this around the world, and then we've got another 150. Miss Kim SP is my channel, and Miss Kim.
I'm on YouTube all the time.
Woo. Yeah, it blew up about a year and a half ago, the protest in front of the org. The only reason I'm here now is I'm usually at the org, which is by the college, and classes are out, and I started working nights. So it was hard to get over there. I said, you know what, let me go over here. We're starting to, a lot of them, we have people in Vegas, standing in Vegas, trying to get the word out. We're trying to get the government to investigate the abuse. Because they have tax exempt status as a church, nobody wants to investigate them. Look how long it took to get the Catholic Church. And they're worse. Because they're, at least in the Catholic Church, their doctrine is good. It was just bad people. In Scientology, the doctrine is bad. The doctrine...
Well, maybe somebody should find you to reshape.
About 3 years ago, I was bedridden with my back, had a lot of time, and this guy came into my feed who was an ex-member, and I listened to him. I binge-watched the back a year of his videos, and he started going more viral, getting more ex-Scientologists on his show, starting channels, and I started listening to more stories. His wasn't actually that bad, because he did get pulled out of school at 12 and put to work. But he didn't join the Sea Org, which is the really abusive, until he was 20. A lot of times they'll put people in Sea Org at 12 or 14. And that's where the things that they have them do and teach is child abuse and sex trafficking and human trafficking. Because if you assault a child, if you essay a child in Scientology, that won't get you kicked out. But if you take that Scientologist to the authorities, that will get you kicked out. It's a high crime to take a Scientologist, oh cool, to the authorities. Did you see the Danny Masterson case? He's an actor whose family was Scientologist, and he got convicted about last year. Maybe it was the year before. Did you ever see that 70s show? You know, Hyde, curly hair? That's Danny Masterson. The church covered up for him for 20 years. He would drug and arp women. And we know of at least 12 victims. Only 3 were in the case, 2 were witnesses. That's 5. The reason he was convicted, the first was a mistrial. The second, the judge allowed the Scientology in, and they got his files where he admitted to doing it, but didn't think it was wrong, and they covered up for him for 20 years. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm here for. I'm here about the child abuse, the elder abuse. When you get too old, when you're Sea Org, which is their lowest level, you sign a billion-year contract. You have to work for them until you die. And when you're an elder, you get too old, then they put you in a home and take credit cards out of your name without your knowledge, because you're going to die, and they don't have to pay it back. We had a woman whose son finally found her after many years. He was out in the army. He went and stole her, got her out, and found out she was $160,000 in debt. So it's all about money, really. It's really, the guy that started it in 1950 told his editor, his agent or something, he was writing science fiction in the 30s and 40s, and he said, I'm not making any money on my novels. I need to start a religion to make money. I don't know which way he meant. So I'm hoping, I just want to get the information out the way that what I got it. I get a lot of people stop that they don't know what it is. They don't know about what's going on. Unless you saw the documentary or the TV show or somebody online, you don't know. It's not being, and the IRS didn't only give them they got their tax exempt status taken away, but they got it back in the 80s because they had like 2,000 lawsuits against agents and the IRS, so they bullied them, and then they added extra protection that the only way we can get their tax exempt status taken away is to get criminal charges through the DOJ.
I believe you! Good! I agree! Fuck me, whatever I just called.
Scientology!
Yeah, fuck me. Anyway, SBIC.
Alright. Okay. Did we get... Oh, hey. Let me turn around for just a second so I can say hi. Hi! Man, just walking here. I look a mess. It's windy. Let's see. Wow. Let me go back. Houston. I see Houston and a Canada. Okay, here we go. Oh really? I didn't see it. This is not a dating service. Hi Janelle. Oh, no faces here. Hello, hello. Hey Roberto. I'm in Austin, Texas on 6th Street, which is considered the music capital of the world. It's literally blocks and blocks and blocks of small bars where live bands play. So a lot of tourists and people. I hope you guys can hear me. That's what I'm here for. The Caribbean. Woohoo! All right. They're everywhere. Hey Riri. Hey pond fisherman. Thanks for answering questions for me. Hey JR7. Hey Chief. I don't know if I said hi to you. Hot mess. Yeah, I'm a hot mess. Hi to Kay. I know. I get that a lot, which I like. Hey Trump, one. Just so you know, we don't get political on here. German dog. Yeah, it's not science or Christian. They try to tell you can be a Christian and be in it, or be Muslim and be in it. And they do that to get you in, and then they'll oh, thank you. Oh, this stuff is awesome. It's a matte lipstick. I got it out of Ulta. Lipstick. It's a stain. I like stains, not because I don't have to reapply. Literally, it has lasted me a good 12 to 14 hours before. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I have a breeze. I just hope it doesn't knock down my sign. My husband made this awesome sign, and he gave me sandbags with gravel in them to keep it from falling over, because it's like a sail. If you haven't seen it, here it is. So it's really tall. Oh no, real band, you don't want to see that. Hey Ahmed. I hope I said that right. Oh okay, yeah. Scooter Mom got it. The South Park. Alright. Oh, it's letting me do timeout today. It wouldn't let me do that before. Hey, Francisco. Oh, really? Yeah, I took a couple months off. I started working back in March. So it was getting hard sleeping during the day. And then one night we were chatting, and I said, you know, if I could protest at 1 o'clock in the morning, it'd be great. And then I remembered 6th Street. I was like, holy crap, I can do that. So I am. Alrighty. Morocco. That is awesome. Yeah, the other side of my sign has their crimes. Let me see what I put on there. I need to redo that sign. It's too light. I need to redo that side with darker colors. It's hard to see. Yeah. It's not about science, Adarsh. I hope I said that correctly. Yeah, Helger. I took an extra shift Wednesday, and I have to do outside patrols. Man, I thought I was going to die. Hey, Deborah. I'm on 6th Street in Austin, Texas. Just,
Why?
Hi.
Why?
Why? Because a religion you can leave, a cult won't let you leave.
Why?
And they won't.
What? How can I join?
They have one over on Guadalupe right across from the university. You can go in there. But if you're not serious, don't give them your real information. They will hound you for the rest of your life. So,
I'm serious.
okay, it's over there.
Right now?
No, I think they close down at 6. Whatever. only look like those girls I know, right? I'm 56, girl. Me too. Oh, ow. Hold on. I'm starting to realize I have that mute button. No, I haven't. We never kept in touch when she was here. We kind of did our own thing. We protested at different times. We texted every once in a while. So I'm not surprised. It's no big deal. I haven't been watching many channels lately because of my schedule. So I don't even know if is she protesting there? I don't even know. Scary scenes? Not really. It's not too bad. Bonjour. How are you? I didn't even know. Hitzel may have messaged me. I'm really, really bad about messages. Amalia. Okay. Then you can go somewhere else. That's what's great about YouTube. There's probably millions of channels you can go watch. Yes, I'm standing right here. Hey, Benjamin. Yes, this is the music capital of the world. It is the place for new bands, live bands. There is like bar. They're very small, and it goes for blocks each direction, and it's all live music. And then they have other venues all over the city. Thanks, Chat Mama. So what I'm here for is, anything. It doesn't matter. Indie, rock, anything. Whatever you want to play. It's just about live music and bands, and they even have a special festival in March called South by Southwest, and people come down for it used to be 3 days, now it's a week, now it's gone into 2 weeks. They've added a film festival to it. So Morocco, what time is it there for you in Morocco? Man, that's a pretty place, Morocco, from what I've seen. I've seen some of the houses. They're very colorful. They do that a lot here. Oh, wow, you're up early. Yeah, it's, I start around 11:30 at night because the bars are open, and then bars close at 2, and I'm usually on my way out. Hey, Doug, what's up? Saw you today. I was supposed to be asleep, so I was trying not to chat, and then I did. I never did. I only got like an hour. Well, actually, it's more dangerous open, I think. Hi, what do you need?
Scientology is a cult?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
I don't even know anything about Scientology.
Oh, okay, I'll start from the beginning. A religion will let you leave, a cult will not let you leave. They have 3 levels of members. They have the top tier that pay all the money, like Tom Cruise is a member. Then they have the middle, which are staff. They sign a 2 to 5 year contract, and they're supposed to get $200 a week, which isn't a living wage anyway. But if that org doesn't make money, they don't get paid. Then you have the Sea Org. The Sea Org go in 12, 13, 14 years old. They get pulled out of school. They work 110 hours a week. They're supposed to get $50 a week, but if the org doesn't make money, they don't get paid, and they get fed beans and rice. There's no medical care. There's no deity. There's no God. There's no belief system. They think that the lower tier don't know a lot of this. You have to pay to go up to confidential levels to find out that 72 trillion years ago, it was an overcrowded galaxy, and he took all these people, his name was Xenu, put them on spaceships, brought them here and dropped them in volcanoes and killed them. And then they're Satans, they call it, we would call it spirit or soul, were floating around, and when humans started showing up, they started taking bodies. So they believe they live multiple lives. So the upper tiers, they tell you if you go up this bridge, about $300,000 or more, you'll become a super being, and you'll be able to control matter, energy, space, and time. The guy that created this religion in 1950 was a science fiction writer, L. Ron Hubbard.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. And he died in the 80s, and the guy that took over that wasn't supposed to is worse. I came because of the child abuse. Because they believe they live multiple lives, assaulting a child isn't a big deal in Scientology because they're adults in small bodies. So there's rampant child abuse. And it's a high crime to take a Scientologist to the authorities. Everything has to be handled inside. So, but if you take, let's say somebody assaults a child and you go to the authorities, you get kicked out. But that guy doesn't. What? Yeah. You can get kicked out if you do certain things. But we've had people escape in trunks of cars, get run off the road, be pulled back from bus stations. And if they think you're leaving, this is mainly the Sea Org. They'll put you in a room under guard.
Where is this building at?
In Austin, it's right across from the University of Texas on Guadalupe, and that's what made me start coming. It opened February last year, a year ago and a half ago, and I drive 75 miles to get here because I was like, the guy bought the building 55 years ago, but it's been being renovated. He did that to get young people in there. And then a month later, they opened in Chicago across from the university.
That's crazy. I was here. I didn't even know it was here.
I know. That's another reason I'm here, to let people know. If you ever go in, don't ever give them your real information. Some people troll and go in. They will hound you for the rest of your life, even if you move. But what brought me was the child abuse. Then there's elder abuse, because if you're in the Sea Org, you have to work for them until you die. And when you get too old to work, they just stick you in a house. There's no medical care, usually. And they take credit cards out in your name because you're going to die and they don't have to pay it back. Fraudulently. You don't know. And so about a year or so ago, Mike Brown, that's his channel on YouTube, he's in the Army. He got his mom out. She'd been in for 40 years. And she was in that home. She was too old. And she found out she was $150,000 in debt. They have $1 billion in offshore bank accounts. Nobody knows that. Yeah. And that's why we're here. It has blown up in this last year. We have 200 channels all doing the same thing. Either ex-members, we have about 60 channels protesting all over the world. Yeah. Do you mind being on camera?
I don't. Yeah.
It's okay? So that way my people can see who we're talking to. They
Fuck Scientology.
I get a lot of that. Yeah. But yeah, well, I've got some people on here who protest too. So Australia, UK, Canada, major cities here. And see, the problem is the guy was an evil genius. And he set it up so well that it's running after the guy. Yeah.
That child abuse, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. I know.
I was thinking about going there. Like, I didn't know it was here in Austin. I was thinking about going in there just like, but I'm not like, I'm trying to join.
But don't get me wrong. A lot of people do go in just to see. I had to go all the way to Dallas and do that because I started the week before they opened, so they knew who I was. So me and my son went to Dallas. My son didn't know anything about it, but he was in Boy Scouts and the Navy. The original leader was in both and lied his ass off about his past. All just lied, and nobody will believe. And they're not. It's so insular. They're not allowed internet, TV, phones. They're not allowed. Now, the staff and the public are the ones that came out. They can, but they're not supposed to look at anti-Scientology stuff. They will get in trouble. Then they go into these interrogation sessions where they won't let you out. It is. They're nice to you when you start, and then the coercion and the mind. The guy studied mind control, hypnosis. I mean, he set it up. It's just, and they get a lot of smart people in there. They don't realize it's going on to, and then when they realize it's BS, like when they get to the top tier and they can't control, they call it mess. Their family's in, their friends are in, they work with people, and if they leave, you have to disconnect from everybody you know in Scientology. You lose your family, you can lose a spouse, a child, and so that's why, if you know anything about Tom Cruise, you know anything about him, how his wives leave,
Yeah.
Because of Scientology.
He's into Scientology?
Oh yeah, he's the top Scientologist.
That's crazy.
He's been in since the 90s. His first wife got him in, and she's out. But he's best friends with the leader. They go do stuff together. And I thought maybe he didn't know about the abuse and stuff till I found out he was using the slave labor Sea Org on his property as free labor when he's worth $300 million.
I didn't even know that. And I do watch his movies too. Do you watch movies?
Not so much anymore. I did. I had to watch The Maverick because, you know,
Yes.
Yeah.
awesome.
I voted is a cult.
It is. Because they won't let him leave.
Are you a former Scientologist?
No, I just found out about him about 3 years ago.
Right.
And what made me start this was they opened up across from the university.
Yeah, they're right there. They
And
proselytize
when I found out they were opening, I'm like, I had time. My grandkids moved away, and so I started coming down. I didn't know I'd still be here 16 months later. But there's a bunch of us doing what I'm doing, all over the world.
That's good, because, like, I think it's hilarious. You look into the origin, and it's, like, nakedly a cult. Like, the guy was like, I wonder if I could start a cult, and then he did.
Yeah, he told his agent, I need to make money. My science fiction novels aren't making money.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
And he was an evil genius. He set it up so well that it ran after he died.
Bart Simpson, voice actor for Bart
Yeah, has given $50 million to the cause. Tom Cruise has given more. And then they have billionaires who have given up. They have $1 billion in offshore bank accounts, and the members don't even know. They're still, he still fundraises for stuff all the time. It's all about money. All right. Thank you guys for.
Do you mind if you take some pictures?
Oh no, that's fine. You want the sign?
Yeah.
All right. Hang on, guys. Try to get the sign in.
A little bit to the right.
Spread the word, guys. Spread it. Thank you for listening. That was awesome. See, he didn't know anything. I gotta go back now. Okay, there's Doug saying hi. Oh yeah, Doug, yeah. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't gonna chat, but I did. Hey, Sonam. Hey, oh, I said, and frozen like pops. Yeah, I know. I when I'm talking to somebody that doesn't know anything, I just try to get the key parts and not get too detailed. I never know when I'm gonna lose them. So I'm trying to get as much out as possible. So I try not, I only get into more details if they stay. Hey, let's see, Rickman Shisha. I probably said that wrong. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Eamon and Chief. Yes. 30 minutes for ramen. I did. I DoorDashed it, though. I don't know. Me Vogan? Francisca. Yeah, thanks. I probably could. Thank you. No, I never was I'm what we call a never-end. And a lot of the protesters are never-ends. You see more of the ex-members, I call them survivors. You see more of the survivors have actual channels where they go on and talk and tell their story, and that's who I learned from. Hallucination, hey! I'm at 6th Street in Austin, Texas. Let me turn around. Nobody wants to watch me. Let's watch people. Those lowriders were pretty cool. And I took Spanish and, if that's Spanish. Oh, it's Argentina, that may not be Spanish. Martin. Well, hello. Because they don't let their Sea Org members leave. They have to work for them till they die. If they try to leave, they'll lock them in a room with a guard. That's why. Pirate on a bike. Yeah, these are the pedicabs. They park right in front of me. Some of them have a bunch of lights and stuff on them. This is loud. It wasn't. I'm actually picked this spot because it wasn't right in front of one of the loud bars.
Let's go. Are you a streamer? How many followers do you have?
14 something.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like the sign.
Thank
I
you.
will say that.
Thanks. I don't know. Oh, he is a pirate. I wasn't sure. He's behind a tree for me. I couldn't see him. Dang it. It's hard for me to turn without seeing the camera. Hold on. So I can't see him. He is a pirate. Oh my gosh. That's okay. You can still hang out. Pirate Santa Claus. It's fun when people are. It is. We had some lowriders go by a little while ago. Here comes a pedicab with people on it. See? Ooh, there they go. Oh, he's electric. Back 20 years ago when we were down here, I don't think they had electric. Is he electric? I think he might be electric too. Man, the guy that... What's up? First bottle down. I got small ones though. I purposely didn't drink water on the way here because I didn't want to stop. It's a pain in the butt to go in that restaurant that I go. I have to get my wagon through the doors. Oh, it's such a pain in the butt. Oh, I'm not that much to look at. Grandma here. I know. I know. Or the song. Stop, drop, and roll. Yeah. I ain't out here getting a beauty contest, I'll tell you. Let's watch the pretty people. Even when I was young and thin, I couldn't dress like that. I wouldn't. I had a low-cut sweater, and it was hard for me to wear. That was the 80s. Oh, goodness. It's nice out tonight. Nice breeze. I just hope my sign doesn't get knocked over. So if you're new, here's my sign, what people see. I have, it says Scientology is a call, ask me why. And then the other side has their crimes listed. I didn't realize that the top of my thing was in the way. How did I fix that last time? Hang on. It's behind my chat, so it doesn't bother me. Let me raise my phone. Oh, I miss the 80s too. Look away. The phone will shake. I'm going to raise my phone. It's a little low. There we go. Hey, Fraudy. How you doing? I hadn't actually watched much of the disaster theater stuff. I kind of didn't know what it was. It was hilarious. You guys kept me up. I was trying to go to bed. It's all your fault. I didn't realize we were still dealing with certain people. Well, good. I'm glad. The 80s probably don't even remember you. I know, right? We're pretty far. I'm into this thing called K-pop. And this band, I only listen to one band right now, BTS. And the reason I like them, a lot of their music reminds me of the 80s. It's fun, it's upbeat. They even do one song called Dynamite. It was big on the radio. And they're in it, they're dressed in 70s. And there's disco and it's so much. I send it to people having a bad day. It's that fun. It's hard to find stuff like that anymore. Ask the Pirate. His favorite letters are no. That would embarrass me. I wish he wouldn't play. He's playing music. That's what you guys are hearing. I hope he gets somebody tune. Yeah, where I work in Waco, they have the same cabs. And I had 4 of them go by, and I could hear them for 4 blocks. It was so loud. I don't understand. Hey Bob, how are you doing? Ooh, he's fast. You have to be careful, dude. A lot of drunk people out. But no, like somebody, Francisco was, I think, was saying, they used to close this street off to cars. And I'm mad that they opened it. Because you see how many people are on these sidewalks. And they get inebriated. Somebody's gonna get hit by a car. Hey Abdul. AM coming? Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah, even the cop, I talked to a cop that was standing near me, and I said, when did they decide this? Because I fully expected it to be closed. And you can see some of my thumbnails where back when it was closed off and how packed it was. And he said the cops didn't like it either. I'm originally from Ohio, but the Army brought us here in the early 90s and we never left. We've been in Texas for 32 years. India. Oh, you're working in Qatar? Well, that's nice. I've heard some things. I hope your accommodations are okay. Hey, Rob. Did they? I wasn't looking. Yeah, I know. I don't even want to drive down this tonight. I'll come during the day, and I want to scope out some other places. But we have people on here from all over some other countries, Canada. Right on. Ohio. Yep, exactly. Round on the end and high in the middle. Iran? No way. I didn't think you guys were allowed on YouTube. I hope everything's going okay for you, Abdul. Because I've heard that sometimes the conditions aren't very good for you guys over there. Dubai's in the house. Wow, check that out. Mauricio, hello. Oh, thank you, Doug. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is 6th Street in Austin, Texas. It is the music capital of the world. There's probably 100 bars on this street with live music playing at the same time. It's where new bands come and all kinds of music. They even have country music too sometimes. They used to have a TV show. But I'm here to spread the word about Scientology and that it's a cult and that it's child abusing and elder abusing. And since this is the capital of Texas and we're near the Capitol building, I'm hoping in this crowd there might be a congressman or senator's son or daughter that might be like, hey, you need to check this out. Yeah, Nashville is it's the country music capital, Steve. They're the country music capital, and that's all that they do there, mostly. This is just music capital. More indie type stuff, usually, and like we used to get Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Austin City Limits, yes. It's filmed down here. I think that's, if it's still on, hi! I think if it's still on, it was considered one of the longest running shows on PBS. I don't know, it got something like that. I'll check it out. I'm gonna check out your community post. I'm in a pretty quiet corner. That's why I kind of like it here. And I know that there's usually pedicabs. Because now the cops are walking, they're not staging in one place. No face. You never know. Austin City Limits could be a guy's name. Some people don't know. Hey Ernesto. The Laredo's in the house. All right. Hey, how's Laredo doing right now? It's pretty breezy and nice out, but I was in Waco working Wednesday, having to go outside. That was tough. Oh, and Scooter Mom, I feel you with the air conditioner. But your lighting looked fine because you have that background and you don't have a lot of stuff with shadows and things. It looked fine.
I can see how it can be difficult.
Yeah, but it was short, so I had to find another show to listen to for the rest. It ended up popping to a couple other small things. I know, right? Isn't that weird? We did back in the 90s. So we moved here like a year after that happened. So we were like, okay, this is weird. And we're literally directly halfway between Austin and Waco. If you ever look up Fort Hood, right now it's Fort Cavazos. Because what I keep doing when I'm coming here is I'm on a highway that juts off of I-35. I-35 crosses the whole state north to south. Well, sometimes I have to go south to go to Austin, or sometimes I have to go north to go to Waco for work. Well, I got confused and decided I was going to work. As soon as I got off my highway and onto 35, I was like, oh, I had to turn around at the next exit. Okay, not sure what you mean there, Abdul. Thanks, chat mama. I'm looking away and looking back and somebody's gone. I never saw it. Thanks, Roddy. Thanks for being here, you guys. Because I know some people could be live protesting out because so much happens on Friday night. So I appreciate you guys. I have 23 people tonight. Thank you. Hey, Condolera. Candelaria. You have to tell me if I said that right. What you want to know? I am protesting Scientology. And the reason I'm here is trying to get the word out to people that don't know anything. And a lot of people have been stopping and asking me, this is what my sign says. And I've been protesting their actual org over by the college. And they're trying to lure young people in there. And so there's a bunch of us protesters. It boomed about a year and a half ago, and now we have people like me all over the world doing this. Thanks, Roddy. Hey, love. Hey, Tom. Hey, Mills. And a lot of people jumping in here. So we're people watching, and I get people that stop and talk to me about Scientology because of my sign. And I get so many people come up that don't know anything. And that is what I'm here for. I'm here to at least spread the word so people don't get lured in. And we're trying so hard to get the authorities and the government to investigate the abuses in Scientology. They're protected by tax exemption. But you know, they went after the Catholic Church, they can freaking go after this place. Because this place isn't as big. So that's what I do. On the other side of my sign is their crime. So I talk to people like you on my live stream. So what brought me here, about 3 years ago, I knew nothing. And somebody popped in my feed who was a survivor of the cult. And I binge watched about a year of his videos, and then he started having people on his channel and getting other ex-members to start channels. Then somebody just started protesting in front of their biggest, what they call body routing facility on Hollywood Boulevard. And they closed them down after 3 or 4 months. Because 15 or 20 people, TikTokers and stuff, would show up. And hi to new people. I'm a grandma that, because it's we got here because of the military. We don't have any family here. I don't have friends because people are crazy, and I quit having friends a long time ago. So when my grandkids moved away, I honestly had a lot of time. And I binge watched, I learned, I listened to the horror stories of the survivors of the child abuse. That's really what brought me here.
Yeah.
Thank you! Jerk. Hurt my ear. Now my ear's ringing. He's lucky he's walking fast. Yeah, that's a good one. I do get that. I have to deal with the coach cussing. Well, let me ask you a question. Don't get rid of him. Well, anyway, I'm going to answer that question, acting like a Karen. Do you think protesting against an organization that allows sexual assault of children is okay? Are you okay with sex trafficking children? Are you okay with using children as slave labor? Are you okay with the elderly being abused and not getting medical care and using them for bank fraud? And then all the stuff in between. Tell me that. So, tell me I'm being a Karen because I'm out here talking about that. See, you didn't know what you were talking about. I'm out here trying to get the government and the authorities to investigate these people. We don't do politics or other countries here. My bandwidth is Scientology. I can only do one thing at a time. So we don't do politics here. We don't even do religion because this is not a religion. They don't have a deity. They don't have a God. All they do is take your money and put you in courses and control your life. And the problem right now is they have so much money in the bank that they look legitimate. Their buildings are pretty and they look legitimate. But you know what? They investigated the Catholic Church. So, and they are bigger. So, we're hoping either on a live stream, because we have 200 channels now working together to do this. I've never heard of 200 channels on YouTube doing the same thing. It was so many that there's a list of all the channels that you have to go look at to find other streamers. Abdul, I don't know what you're talking about, hon. Oh, hold on. That was new. Anyway, that's what brings me 150 miles round trip. I used to be able to come 3 days a week for about a year. Hold on. And I have gotten so many people. What's funny is when I'm over by the school where their org is, making sure the students know not to go in there, about 80% of them know Scientology bad. And 20% don't know anything. And I've walked up on them outside talking to a freshman, newly far from home, first time away from home, probably doesn't have any friends, and that's exactly what they're looking for. And they had them bamboozled that they won't even tell them what their stuff is about. If you ask a Scientologist what is Scientology, they will not answer you. They say buy a book or watch a movie or watch a video. They will not tell you because they can't. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons we started doing the protest is to close them down. When I show up, we time them on how fast they can close the door on all their blinds. And it's like a whole block around the corner they have to close their blinds. Wait, working hard again, chat mama. Oh, since it hit my brain.
Why?
Because religion you can leave, but cult they won't let you leave. And Scientology has a slave labor force called the Sea Org. They're the bottom tier. They're not the Tom Cruises that spend all the money. Their families will pull them out of school and put them to work 12, 14 years old, and they sign a billion-year contract. They have to work for them until they die. We've had people escape in trunks of cars. We run off the road. We pulled back from bus stations. We put under guard in a room because they thought they might leave. And the reason they sign a billion-year contract is they believe they live multiple lives. So, and in Sea Org, you can get married, but they might send your spouse away for 5 years. They don't care. And if you get pregnant, they'll bust you to the clinic because they will distract you from your duty.
What are your resources?
Survivors.
That's what?
Survivors of the calls that have escaped. Right now, there's a lawsuit in California and she escaped in the trunk of the car. And I don't know if she's the same one. There might be 2 lawsuits. She was assaulted by a 30-year-old and she was 16. She got pregnant. Her mom was in the Sea Org too, and they forced her to marry him at 16.
I heard that was false.
No, it's real. We even know who it is.
They said it was false on Reddit.
You can't. There's Scientology has a branch called Office of Special Affairs that do nothing but go after people, hire people. They've hired homeless people to come after me over by the org.
They chase you?
He was going to get violent with me, and another homeless person got in between us.
Fixed it?
Yeah, I ended up calling the police because he ended up in the street blocking traffic.
I've seen that one, like, headquarters in California, I think.
Yeah, they have 2 big bases, one on Hollywood Boulevard and one in Clearwater, Florida.
As soon as anything happens outside, the window's crossed over.
They added that, and that's the first one where all this started. And they closed them down in about 3 months. And they were closed for almost a year, and they just tried to reopen. So they do the same thing to me. When I show up over here on Guadalupe, and they opened across from the university on purpose to lure in young people. I drive 150 miles round trip to the org when I found out they were opening 16 months ago. And I'm like, they want to get their claws in our young people because they don't know any. And I've taught them. I've walked up and had them stand, they call it body. They stand outside and try to get you to come in and watch a video. And they won't tell you who they do. And I said, what did they tell you they're here for? Oh, they want to be part of the community. And I started going, no, you need $300,000 to go up the bridge, Continental Bridge. If you don't have that money, they're going to sign you up to slave labor in the future. And there's no medical care. They don't tell you can't get medical care, but they make it so you can. And psychiatry is a no-go. They're against it. They think they can fix it. And there's no deity, there's no God. The guy that started it was a science fiction writer. Yep. In 1950, he published Scientology, which we all read. And I learned, if he would have kept it here with what he was doing in that book, he based it kind of on trauma therapy. It's called oddity. But they lock you in a room, and with this machine, it's like almost like a lie detector. And they pretty much interrogate you. You can't leave until the auditor says you can. Here's where some of the child abuse began. Sea Org members that are 12, 13, 14 years old get trained as an auditor, and they audit adults. One survivor that I listen to quite often, she was 14 and had to counsel a man on not to be doing things privately with him. She was 14. She had to train for that. The training is 10 times worse. They put you in a room and they train the worst obscenities they can find. The 12, 13, to the little child abuse, because they look at their children as big beings in the body. Because they go from baby body to baby body. And there was one girl. So that's why there are a lot of people in that know that yet can't leave because of the family. And so they don't think assaulting children is so bad because it's an adult in a small body. He told his daughter who was leaving that you're not really my daughter, I'm not your dad. Product of the body that I live. That's what they look like at their children. So, but if you take a Scientologist to the authorities for it, you get kicked out and harassed for years. It's a high crime to take another Scientologist to the authorities. Have you guys ever did a mushroom trial years ago? Have you ever watched that 70s show?
Yeah.
Hyde, the curly haired guy, is Danny Masterson. His whole family is fine. He's like the reason he got convicted. The second trial, the first one, they allowed Scientology files and stuff in where he admitted but he didn't think it was wrong. For 20 years, Scientology covered up 10 drugging and RNing clinics. We know of 12 things. 5 were in the trial, 2 as witnesses, 3 were victims. And that was the first time we got a Scientologist convicted on anything like that. So it's, but social media is really outing it a lot.
I watched that guy on Instagram messing around like messes with them out front of their place.
Who is it?
I forget his name.
Is it growing up with Scientology?
He goes to the Hollywood.
Streets LA.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's a dude who like basically frequents the area. I'm not sure. It's
Well, Streets
like,
LA. It's I'm sure it's
they
free.
see him.
Yeah, they do that. They do that for me.
Yeah.
We can't leave stuff like that. Mom, they can close all the lines. And they have they're on a corner, so they have a lot of. So I get a couple minutes, I get a couple seconds, I can say things to them, but they've heard I have a different sign for them, and it's the 2 foundations that will help them escape. How many religions do you know that have to have 2 foundations to help them escape? So when they escape, they usually need to be thinking they were pulled out of school, they need a job, an apartment, a way to get out, and they're helping a lot of people. So that's the group I'm involved in. We have 200 channels on YouTube that are we're trying to get the authorities to investigate them. But they went that, and it's the Texas
part is freedom of religion, right? So,
right.
yeah.
They're making some leeway in California. They got a law firm that's starting a class action suit on sex trafficking children or sex trafficking because if you are enslaved and you keep things, we didn't realize this is how human trafficking is done. But if you create an environment where you can't report it, and Sea Org are considered clergy in it, so they have Child Abuse Mandatory Reporting Act. Well, when they got Danny Masterson in the trial, they were able to get all these hard drives, have the evidence in their evidence, and so they went in front of the commissioners meeting, read from some evidence about the child abuse. And what they do is if something happens, the perpetrator gets stopped from your state or the victim. And in Scientology, you're not allowed to be a victim. Or fault. You brought that in a past life. We'll put you in interrogation, sex checking for it. So if you did in Scientology, it's your fault. If you are, I know. It's the mind control. It's I've talked to a lot of experts in my own chat, and they tell us about it. Or I watch a documentary or a TV show. Everything I get is survivors that either done interviews or have their own family. Yes. I dropped to 13. I get a little more. I have a small channel. But the thing is, what?
Very interesting.
I can't. Yeah. So what I was telling them is the call. They will not let their. All right.
Thank you for
So they have 3 levels of members. The bottom slave level is called the field, and they have to put in your work for them to die. They try to leave.
They're really a billion?
A billion. Multiple lives.
Okay.
So when they die, 12, 13, 14 years, put them in Sea Org, and they work 110 years. No education. But to work auditing adults, which is interrogation, you have to do everything you have to say. There's a couple people, I've listened to others. Search Del Mar in California. Was at six, yes.
Wow.
They're the author.
How do they know about the
Training, which is
So the kids go through the training, but the adults.
well, you public, like Tom Cruise, that go in, they pay for these courses that they believe will make them superhuman and be able to control matter, energy, space, and time. By the time they're at the top, they realize it's BS. Our whole family.
Join because you need.
Yeah, so if you don't have money, they're going to sign you up as
How much
SEAL.
money do you need? Oh, jeez.
That's why they.
I don't have. Okay. Thank you.
Oh goodness. I gotta backtrack. I need some more water. Hold on. We'll get some electrolytes. How far back am I? Somebody said this is cool, thank you. You can hear me. I'm looking at some mics. I have mics, but they don't work. They were Thank you, Frotty. Where I'm at. Hi, Tom. I think I got you. Get her done. Good name. I like that name. Camcology. That's a good one. Hey, Noter. I don't have any memories with my mom. I'm not going to go into it. I have not seen the Leah Remini documentary. She did a 3-season TV show, and it's hard to find it for free. There is a link. You can watch it for free. Thanks, Roddy. I'm glad Chai Mama has some help. Karen, I just care. But I usually have to. Not just till they die. Well, when they die in Scientology, they believe they go to a baby body. Groups for that. If you're pregnant, you go on there, and an elderly person or someone of cancer go on there and talk to you and ask you, I'm a really good Scientologist. I've done this, this, and this, and I take over your baby's body. No joke. We've had people show it.
Hey, I saw your sign.
Hi.
Hi.
That's what makes it called. The members have the money to take the courses. There's no bleed.
Teach my friends about that.
Yeah. Do you mind being? So that's what I'm out here for. I'm finding a lot of people that I didn't know anything 3 years ago.
Were you in a call?
No, I found survivors. So I found survivors online about 3 years ago. And growing up in Scientology, yeah, I'm live. I don't care.
Because we're close, we're standing close to each other.
Oh, no. So, they have 3 levels of members. They have the public that pay a lot of money. They have $1 billion in offshore bank accounts, which the members don't even know about. But when you don't,
Scientology.
yeah. So you have this bottom tier called the SEAL. It's like a military, paramilitary, but they're considered clergy too. The guy that created this in 1950 was in the Navy in World War II.
Heard of it, right?
Double cover.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He was an evil genius. He created something that lived on after he died, which is
That's hard
horrible.
to do, right?
I know.
That's not good.
Yeah. Right now, it's supposed to second, third generation that are in, and they don't know any better. They're victims too. And
Now
so,
it's like a culture.
yeah, so families like it when their kids go into Sea Org at 12 and 13, 14 years old. They pull out of school because they got to work 110 hours a week. And yeah, and they're supposed to get $50 a week, but if the org doesn't make money that they're in, like I go to the one over here by the college on Guadalupe. They have an org here. They opened a year and a half ago.
Oh.
And that's what made me start coming.
Oh, so you had been in Scientology?
No, I protest over there.
Oh, protest.
Yeah,
Oh,
we all
there's a-
started protesting about the end of 2023 and into 2024, and now we've got like 60 protest channels, 150 like member channels, and there's 200 channels on the list that are all working together against Scientology. And we can't get the authorities to look.
Why? Because they're getting paid money too.
Yeah, in LA, the LAPD's in their pocket for sure. They've given them millions for 50 years.
They have like deep pockets.
Yeah, they got $1 billion. They will spend it.
So help me understand, like, so how am I going to distinguish between like something that's an organization, like a Christian church, or like a basketball club, and what do I draw?
The main thing,
Like, if I'm in an organization, how do I know this might be cool? So like,
well, at first they're nice and they don't tell you. And then you start, and I've talked to ex-members, and this is what they say. They said eventually they start controlling your whole life. And then that's if you're not the Sea Org. If you go into Sea Org, you go to a base for training and they control your whole life. It's like the military, but worse. I was in the Army. It's worse. Matter of fact, thank you. It's just the reason. My husband's retired Army, that's why we're going to check this at all. They brought it. Yeah. So they control your whole life. They start, you're not allowed to look at this. You're not allowed. It's hard to I have my spiel. My spiel is so we have people who have had a snake control card. We run over, we run back to the station, tell them regard, they thought they might be.
really?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like kidnapping?
Yes.
So if there's
Yes.
because
And
they had
now,
information.
what?
Because they had information.
No, they just want to speak. It wasn't long as they think you want to fight. They have photos. So if they think somebody's going to escape, they know what to all do.
Really? What do they do? Like,
Yeah, everybody gets, recruited and people go into motion.
get out of here?
They even have an arm called Officer of Affairs. Their only job is to go after people against all people like me. And they hire crime investigators, they follow them. When they finally took a Scientologist report for drugging and arson and gaining they harassed the Jane Does, the victims that were testifying against them for years. They even told So they have so much money and so much organization. The guy that created it, and he was an evil being. He created something that is not like this. It's very unlike. It's so much bigger. And he made it so that he didn't have to do hands-on research. Most cults have one leader. They have this, people that are always there, they're always on top of things, and eventually they start getting secretive, and things happen, so they burn out. Scientology's been around since 1950. So people think they're legitimate because they have nice buildings and a lot of law. And that's why I'm here and other people are here to help people back in town.
Let me ask you this, so, because this is really helpful, like, in real life for a lot of people. There's all kinds of cults that are, like, masquerading as organizations.
Yeah, like I said, there's all it takes to apply. Right away, they're nice, they love bomb you, they're nice to you, they give you, what they're doing over there is they're trying to find students that are newly apart from home, don't have friends, and they get them in, and they love bomb them, and they include them, and this is exactly what survivors have said. And they said, but then eventually it starts to get a little coercive. They start telling them they can't do this, they can't do that, you have to do this. And they keep them so busy with work too. Like they work from some, gauntlet
it after himself. Yeah. And what he does is,
Oh.
yeah, you can.
He's talking about a cult called Jayism. Some of you guys might know about it.
Jessism.
Jessism.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jessism.
I don't know if it's a cult. I don't know if it's a cult. It might be. But the guy, it's an ism, and the guy named it after himself. And the guy proposes to understand the fundamental nature of the universe in a way that almost nobody else on earth does.
That is exactly what Owen Hubbard
Really? I did not know
That
that.
is exactly what he said.
And he teaches like,
The only one that knows. He would be all in all. He's not considered a deity. He was a man. But they call him Source.
well, this guy, I think, because I really want to tell you this guy, just my brother, I'm concerned about this. Maybe you can advise me of this organization that he's in bed with. Because the guy says that he's not the only source of this. He says, because I listen to my brother talk about it a lot, he's really excited. He says that everything in the world is the source of truth. But he says, what was it? He said that it's not visible to most people through the other sources. And that they have a better chance of understanding it through him, Jeff.
As soon as they start wanting money, wanting to control what they look at, what they say, oh, people can't watch this. It's hard to do over the internet, but I know there's a lot of them that have done it. That's kind of what they do in Scientology. They love long ears, and they tell you they have all the answers, and you get in, and then they start getting money and time, then they start cutting you off from people. That is the biggest thing. So they start saying, well, don't listen to your family. They don't know. Stay away from them.
Let me ask you this, because I am concerned for it. Now that you're saying this, it's raising concern.
How much money do you
Just so he's not giving any money. But
well, that's the way Scientology is being forced.
yeah, well, the leader says he's going to charge my brother. He says this will not be free forever, and he's going to charge my brother. So they know it's going. If my brother sticks with it, then this guy is going to charge him. So
that's the point. This Scientology was built to make money. They have $1 billion.
is it possible that this Jessism has something legitimate to offer my brother? Do you think it's just like?
Let me ask this. Let me say this. If it was legitimate, we wouldn't want to. We would want to help people. That's what I do.
Wouldn't that make every business in the world illegitimate?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Scientology is like multi-level marketing. The only difference is nobody down low makes money.
Yeah, if it's fair.
I would just say to him, you know, if you really want to tell people the great winning, Gandhi didn't want money. You know, other, you know, Christian churches, yeah, they want your tithe, but they don't play Catholic. So that might be your inroad.
Yeah.
To say, well, if you really wanted this information to get to everyone and he was excited about it, and it was the truth, you want to get to everyone.
Well, I guess this character, I forget what his name is, but the leader of this thing, his argument is that one, he's got to eat to make all these videos, and then the other one is that he, in order to spread this useful message, that requires
I've had a
money
few
too.
people come into this community and just want to work. And what I would say is having a YouTube channel or whatever he's on makes money. And if he has enough followers, then he'll make money from ad revenue and maybe membership. Or I have a 99-cent membership, and so I've never turned on the ad revenue because I know there's a lot of people that don't have premium, and I don't want the ad revenue. So, and you know, our finances. So I don't. But we've had a lot of people on there that kind of just latched on to our movement, and at first we thought they were great, but it eventually showed themselves. And this guy probably will too. I mean, did you see that guy that went after Joe Rogan?
I heard about
Recently?
that.
Yeah, he was like this alpha male. He had all these people following him. He was saying he was doing all this stuff, and then it came out he was doing steroids, and then he went nuts. And it's funny, a lot of cult members have lost their mind. Even L. Ron Hubbard went into seclusion for his last 8 years of his life. Yeah, he was paranoid.
You've been so helpful, and hopefully your insights help.
Well, if you want to ever email me, it's Scientology won't win at Gmail.
Okay. My phone's out of batteries. Can you contact me?
Yeah, just say it on here and I'll have it.
I really want to make sure I get a hold of you. Okay. My email is jrains50@hotmail.com. And
I've only got a handful of people. I don't think you're going to get me spam.
Good. My name's Jack. What's your name?
I'm Kim.
Kim, very nice to meet
Kim
you.
online.
Where can I find this?
I'm Miss Kim SP on YouTube.
Is it MS?
MISS. Oh, it doesn't show. MISS.
Do you have a card?
No,
Okay.
I need to get one though. I was thinking about getting a QR
It's really
code.
good you're doing this service for the world.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people. I saw other people start it first, and I was like, I saw people doing it, and I'm like, I have time. My grandkids moved away, and so this is me. It's Miss Kim SP,
Okay.
and it's the Texas.
Okay, Miss Kim SP, I can remember that. Or I'll reach out to you. On your channel, will there be a recording of this? Oh, so that's crazy. That's wild. So is there a recording of this on your channel
Yes.
that I can
It'll be under
download
live.
or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Miss Kim-
I allow this to be downloaded.
So Miss Kim SP, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You have a good night.
All right. Awesome.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
I'm sure you're live.
You
I
mind
just
being
wanna
on camera?
say- I don't mind being on camera. Hi. Good evening. Scientology is a cult. I completely believe it, bro.
Awesome.
What's that one actor? Tom Cruise? Super deep in it. That's the only reason he's famous. Thank you so much. Have a good night, please.
All right. Thank you.
He wants to talk to.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, we're just talking about Scientology and Tom Cruise and he's a member.
Well, he's released some good movies, right?
Yeah, but the guy's not good.
You know,
Not
I
good.
heard that they make you spend a lot of money when they're doing it. So you think it's like a quote that makes you send them money?
Yes.
For, yeah.
No. You go in and you take courses, and they promise that you'll become a super being with be able to control matter, energy, space, and time. You have to have $300,000 at least to go up the bridge. Now, if you don't have that money, they sign you up as their slave labor force called SEAL.
Yeah.
And you work 110 hours a week for no money for the rest of your life.
And do you, because I've only known this from the South Park episode.
That is all true. The only issue with that is the people down below haven't taken that course and don't know about it.
Yeah.
The only people that find out about that is in their level 3 or their OT3. They go up to level 8 and they find out about that whole story in OT3.
Yeah.
John Travolta and Tom Cruise, and a lot of people get to that point and realize it's bullshit, but now they're in, their family's in, their friends are in, they have a job with a Scientologist, and now they're stuck.
Why do you think they get into it?
They need, I think they prey on, because they get a lot of intelligent people.
Yeah.
And it's not about being stupid or, it's people in need, and they love bomb you at first. They tell you they can, and sometimes they'll get you in to take a personality test. And they tell you your life is crap, you need to take our courses, we'll help you.
Yeah.
So they try to find our person's need. I believe it's called, I can't remember.
She's spitting.
Yeah.
It's a cult. It is.
Yeah. Because they've had Sea Org members have to escape in trunks of cars, be run off the road, all kinds of stuff. It's horrible. We're just trying to get the authorities to investigate.
Southside shit, bloodhound shit. Hey, stop those.
You guys, I swear. Well, thanks for listening.
And have a good one. Hopefully what's going on?
I've had a lot of people. I've had so many people talk to me, I can't even read the chat. So it's been awesome.
No, how long have you been out here? I've been out here a little bit. I mean, I've been
I come
drinking,
around
right?
11:30, leave around, you know.
Oh, so this is
1:30.
like a normal thing, yeah?
I just started, I think this is my 5th Friday. And
Yeah.
what it was is I used to go to the org 3 days a week, but I got a night job on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep. I'm like, and one day I was doing just a fun stream from home, and I said, you know, if I could do this at 1 o'clock in the morning, it'd be great. And then I remembered 6th Street. I was like, holy crap. We had people start going to the strip in Vegas doing
Yeah.
this. So I got the idea from them. And so we're trying to branch out from just being in front of the orgs. They don't even call them churches. It says Church of Scientology, but they're called orgs, short for orgs. They abbreviate everything. So when they opened over on Guadalupe about 16 months ago, that's when I started.
Well, what's your name on here? You know,
Miss Kim SP.
What is it?
Miss Kim
Miss Kim?
SP.
SP, okay. I'm just making sure, you know, I was wondering if they could even hear us, you know?
Yeah, if you're close, you're close enough, I think. I'm gonna get a mic though. I need to get a mic.
I think
They
that would be
can't hear
best.
some people. Yeah, I have mics, but they don't work. They're
Because I've worked
for yourself.
yeah, one for me and then one I can hold. I think.
Yeah, I used to work for the news, so, you know.
Yeah.
He still works for the news.
I still do, but I don't like saying that because then people are like, oh, so you can give me a story. I cannot. I don't have that kind of power. I'm like low level. But like,
I used to, years ago before the internet, I worked at an answering service on the weekends at night, and we had to listen to the channel 25. Or no, we had to listen to the police scanner.
yeah,
And we had to call the reporter if there was a major accident or a shooting, because you think reporters are up all night? No. You have to wake them up. And I had one of them yell at me because he said, is anybody dead yet? I'm like, they haven't said. He goes, then don't call me. The problem is, when it got that bad, they would stop, they would go to private channels, so I never would find out. So I'm like, I don't know. Go find out. You're a reporter.
yeah.
So, but yeah, thanks for stopping and listening. And
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Just trying to get the word out.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, and if you know anybody in the news, let them know. We're trying to get a story about our movement. We have 200 channels on YouTube, all working for the same goal. We have ex-members. We have protesters like me all over the world right now doing this. And we can't get a big story done about us.
Well, I work in local, but I don't live here in Austin.
I'd be fine with local, starting small and working
Yeah,
up.
but I don't live here in Austin, but I can try to ask somebody, see if they would do something.
Yeah, tell them what's going on and that it's getting really big. We've got some really big channels in LA, and there's bigger people than me they can interview. Streets LA,
Oh, they
he's a
love
big deal.
interviews, yeah.
He just did he's done interviews with some big channels on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm small. A lot of us are small, but there's some big ones that have done. Who's that? Peterson, Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
The guy I follow he's a survivor. He was on Jordan Peterson.
Peterstein, bro. Yeah, that's
So it's getting out, but not about the protesting. He just went on there and told them about Scientology.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I'll let them know. I'll check out your stuff. Okay.
All right.
You have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right.
That's it.
Wow, guys. Woo! I am so behind. Okay. The wind. You guys couldn't hear me. Oh, I see who you're talking about. Okay. Nah, he never destroyed it for me. That's the thing. I didn't let him. Haha, that's a good one. No face the eye drop. Maybe. Yeah, Doug, that's a good way. Yeah, we're getting better at it. I heard about that. Oh no! Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Oh, I want to see that. I don't know that channel. Give me a link to that channel. Oh, is it? My signal's bad? Yeah. There are some tall buildings around here. You know what I might do? I'm going to find out about a booster. See if I can bring something. person taking over the body. They do that. It's just part of it. I'll go over it again. So, since I'm gonna tell you, are you still here? That was asking about the baby bodies. A lot of deletes. Dang, you guys have been working. Thanks for you guys that are here though. Are you still here? That who was that? I didn't. Who was that? Soul Sniper. The rich people thing, no. If you don't have the money, then they sign you up as slave labor in their Sea Org, and you sign a billion-year contract, and you work about 110 hours a week, maybe more, I don't know, for $50 a week, and you sign up for the rest of your life. And you can't, that's what makes it a cult. They won't let people leave. No, it's not a religion. Are you helping me with questions? Yeah, there's no implying here. Hey, Scout. Nobody here wants to join Scientology, dude. You wouldn't want to either if you're not in. And if you are in, you're going to be in trouble for being on my channel. Because if you watch anti-Scientology content and you're a Scientologist, you will get interrogated and punished. Yes, this is the live capital of the world in Austin, Texas. Live music capital. This street is 6th Street. I'll turn it around. You don't need to watch me. This street goes for blocks both ways. And it's nothing but small bars with live bands.
Let me tell them.
Sure.
Can I tell them?
Yeah. Hold on.
How many?
YouTube.
Ooh. Hey guys, so
Kind of small tonight. Usually
I
have
actually
more.
see this stuff on TikTok, and there's a guy that stands outside and like tells people.
Streets LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started this.
Okay. Yeah, I
We
seen
saw
it,
him
and I wanted
doing
to
it.
like go in there to see, you know.
Just don't give him your real information.
Yeah. But I see that they get people like really locked in, and then you can't leave.
Right.
And it's really bad.
Yeah. That's
And I
exactly
really
what
want
they
to
do.
learn more about it. So.
The biggest thing that we're trying to get the authorities to look at is the child abuse, because they believe they live multiple lives. They believe their children are adults in small bodies.
Do they do like animal? What is it called? Like animal sacrifice?
No. It's not even a belief system. It's about taking these courses and moving up this bridge and spending a lot of money.
Okay.
And they tell you that you'll be able to control, you'll be a super being, and you can control matter, energy, space, and time.
Okay.
By the time you get to the 8th level, that top level, you realize it's BS,
Yeah.
mostly. But now your whole family's in,
But then
you're
you're fucked
in.
when you can't.
Yeah,
go.
because if you leave, you have to disconnect from anyone you know in Scientology, including family.
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Well, thank you for teaching me because I really wanted to know more about it. So.
Yeah, Streets LA doesn't really get into the doctrine that much. I would say growing up in Scientology, and they've done interviews together,
Yeah.
is a good channel to start with, and then you'll find other channels. We have 200 channels all working. We have probably 50 survivor channels, about 50 people like me all over the world. We've got
Yeah.
people in Australia, UK, Canada. I got people on here from there too.
So you believe that it's like a cult?
Yeah, because the cult won't let you leave. The
Yeah.
Sea Org, if you try to leave, they'll put you in a room under guard. They ran people off the road. One girl had to leave escape in the trunk of a car. So that's the problem. And you
Yeah.
sign your life away. You have to work for them until you die.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for teaching me.
You're
and
welcome.
I hope
Thanks
you'll
for
all
listening.
listen to her because she is preaching. Thank you so much.
If I can do this. There we go. It's kind of crooked. Hey, beautiful. How are you? Hey, Daniel. Yeah, I know. But my daughter went from smoking to vaping, so did my husband. I've never smoked. And then my husband was able to get off the vaping. So I'm hoping people are using that to get off. My parents, my mom died of lung cancer. 6 a.m., Pink. It's early. Yeah, this is actually a really well-known area for tourism. 6th Street is the place to be. I'm going backwards. Tom Cruise isn't gonna like this. No, he wouldn't. Hey, Grey Wolf. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Thank you, my mods. You can leave Scientology. Depends on what level you are. If you're public or staff, they won't. If you're public, they'll still hound you, but you can leave a little easier. But the Sea Org, they sign a billion-year contract at 12, 13, 14 years old. And they literally have to work for them until they die. And when they get too old to work, physically,
No,
hi.
I fully agree. I agree. I
Thank
see
you.
so many TikToks.
Because a cult won't let you leave.
Yes, that's very true.
Awesome. I like that stuff.
So you don't have time first? Hi, friend.
It's probably backwards for you guys. I'm not sure. It's about cleaning up the oceans. He made her leave. I wanted to finish talking to her. Ended up seeing him. Oh well. She at least knows Scientology bad. Oh yeah, you know why my husband quit? Because he didn't know what was in it, where it came from. He was buying the cartridges, and he said he could tell there's something wrong with it sometimes. Right on! No, I don't think I'm retarded. Are you? Yeah, I did. Well, that's not usually the first question somebody asks when they meet somebody. It's more like, what's your name? Where are you from? What are you doing out here? That's usually the questions I get. So, just saying. 1.8 thousand seconds. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's funny. I got a couple people tonight. I was faster. Let me turn it around. It's more fun to watch people. We've got some peddlers. Oh, my back is starting to hurt. I'm gonna take some medicine. The mods, okay. I thought that was true. It gives them to you in seconds. 1.8 thousand seconds. Yeah, it's more fun to people watch. We're not here about me. This isn't about me at all. It's a cult, and people are asking. We're just trying to get the word out, and hopefully, some people watching or walking by might be in the, what's the word? Oh, I can't think of a word. They might have an option of talking to somebody in government or in law enforcement and tell them, what they learned out here. If you're gonna be mean, you're gonna go. Yep. Already gotcha. Told you. I warned you. My mods are quick. They don't put up with no nonsense. Oh, I should have brought my back brace. Yeah. I'll answer questions. I don't care, but don't be rude. I'm like, so you're in your shorts most likely, and you ran across me, and you just decided to be rude. Why? I just don't understand those kind of people. I don't. That's the last thought I would have if I found somebody rude online. No, I'm thinking about doing it, but because I bring this humongoloid sign, I have a huge wagon that I bring with all my stuff. I have a cooler with water, I have a chair, I have other signs. So, because normally I'm out in front of the org trying to keep the students away from Scientology and educate them, but they're out of classes during the summer. So last month I started to come here, and I'm still getting some students that are still here, but I'm getting a lot of other people from out of town that don't know anything about Scientology. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Hey, Tony. That's exactly what we want. Well, if you're in the government, help us out. Hey, Juan. How you doing? Hey, Gru. That's exactly what we're trying to do. In California, with the Camera Act, Child Abuse Mandatory Reporting Act, because Scientology's Sea Org members are considered clergy, but they're not allowed to go to the authorities. It's a high crime. Hey, Lizzie, how are you doing? Good, Tony. Awesome. There's 200 channels out here doing this. There's a lot of survivors you could talk to. Get them to understand. Thanks, Chat Mama. You're new here? So, I'm protesting Scientology. I've been in front of their org that opened in front of our University of Texas in Austin about a year and a half ago, and I drive down and I sit there and talk to people and educate the students, because they have tried to get students inside. Well, they're out of classes right now, so I'm talking to people here, and I'm getting a lot of people that don't know anything about Scientology. Hey, Salma. Scientology is a cult because their Sea Org members have to sign a bill-in-year contract, work till they die, and they're not allowed to leave. They're not allowed to have children. They let them get married, but they might send your spouse away for 5 years in another state or country. And if you get pregnant, they will bus you to the clinic. And if you try to leave and they think you're going to leave, they'll put you under guard in a room and keep you isolated. And if you try to escape, they will bring you back from the bus station or run you off the road, which has happened. We had one girl escape in the trunk of a car. The person didn't know she was even in there. She just jumped in. Oh, somebody's smoking. So that's why it's a cult, because it won't let their Sea Org, well, it won't let anybody leave, really. Even if a public tries to leave, they will hound them too. And you have to disconnect from all of your family and friends. And by the time you've spent a bunch of money with them, if you're not the slave labor, and you're what they call, I hope so, Tony. But Pat Bondi and JFK have connections in Scientology. It is kidnapping. It's actually false imprisonment. I have crimes on the other side: child abuse, elder abuse, child trafficking, sex trafficking, bank fraud, general physical abuse, mental abuse. It's actually the IRS that's the roadblock, because when they fought them to get their tax exempt back in the 90s, I think, we're at 6th Street in Austin, Texas. It is the live I think it's I keep saying the music capital. I think it's actually considered the live music capital of the world because of all the live venues. I think that's what it's actually called, the live music capital of the world. I think I got that wrong. Anyway, there's a lot of, yeah, I hope so, Tony. If you can talk to somebody in the government, we would love it. And we have bigger channels than me of survivors that would love to talk to somebody. Hang on, I gotta get some water. That's what I'm here for. So I have a lot of people stop that say, what is Scientology? What is it about? And I get a lot of people because they got time to stop. Whereas when I'm over at the org, kids are going to and from classes. They don't have a lot of time to stop. I think I've talked to more people here than I do in front of the org per live stream. Over there, I might get 1 or 2 in a couple hours. I mean, dang. Brazil. Awesome. Good to have you here. And there is an org in Brazil, I checked. Somebody else was here the other day. Yeah, I am. I'm probably getting more people. I know the trolls are a pain in the butt, but we're getting new eyeballs like Herrera. I hope I said that wrong. Right. Tell me how to say it. That's why I go vertical. It's a pain in the butt. We get these stupid trolls, but we get a lot of good people too. So if you mods can handle it, I'll stick it out. What time is it? Whew. Dang. I cannot believe I've been here this long. It doesn't feel like it. I've been talking to so many people. Thanks, Roddy. I'm glad I got a few mods. Poor Chat Mama was by herself the other night. Thanks, Chat Mama. Yeah. You don't want to be the only mod in this chat out here. You think I have the patience of Job. You guys do too. So this gentleman right here told me about his dad. And his dad was a hippie, probably, I would say his age, maybe the 70s. And he joined the Sea Org and went on the ship. And when he got on the ship, he found out it was what it was, and he wanted to leave, so they kicked him off, but his Mustang and all of his belongings were on the ship, and they kept all of it. But he said he was a hippie, so he just moved along, and that was it. I'm like, well, he was lucky that they kicked him out. He was on the ship with L. Ron Hubbard. So, it's funny who you will run into, huh? Yeah, I know. Thanks, No Face and Fraudy. I really appreciate it. My channel doesn't usually need mods, but it's been crazy. I think the view is attracting a lot more trolls, too. I know, wow. That guy there. When I was setting up, he was telling me. And I meant to tell you that he might have. It's getting late. Might be tired. I only got an hour today. Ugh. It's okay. This is too loud. Is it too loud for you guys? Or is it maybe... Who is doing the beat? Oh, the guy I'm talking about, I think, is doing that. I might have to move back if it's too loud for you guys. God, that's loud. I'm hoping my phone is canceling some of that out, but I don't know. Oh, he's leaving. They're leaving. Thank God. I don't know why they think they gotta be doing that boombox crap. Because, you know, if you want to take a cab, you don't want to hear that. And I think they're all electric. I'm trying to see. Let's see what he does when he takes off. Okay. Yep, he's gone. Jeez. Wait, I'm gonna find somewhere else. Okay, thanks, Juan. Somebody's mad behind me. If it gets to be an altercation, maybe we'll change direction. wrong direction. There we go. Oh, that's the tree. Whoops. Sorry about that. Not the tree. I'm trying to get this piece. It's this. I ordered the same tripod, but there is something wrong about the way it's set up, and I cannot figure it out. It's driving me crazy. I still don't know how my tripod disappeared. The only thing I can think is it fell out of the wagon one night. So let me see. Oh, you know what? My phone slipped. Look away, guys. It's going to shake. That's what. Okay. That needs to be tighter. I don't think I can tighten that up. Hey, mobile. This is 6th Street in Austin, Texas. It's called the Live Music Capital of the World. So, like, they used to close it off to cars. I don't know why it's open. And there's just bar after bar after bar with live bands. Thanks for the Dramamine. And I come down here to talk about the horrors of Scientology and spread the word. Yeah, it was 20 years ago since I've been down here. And we took one. That was when it wasn't electric. That must be why they can have the lights and stuff. Yeah. For us, it was worth it. I was in high heels. We had walked 3 blocks to get here. We didn't even go in any of the bars because they were packed like sardines. So we got a pedicab back to our car. It was worth it to me. When you don't want to walk anymore. I literally had taken my shoes off and was walking around in my stockings. Thanks, Roddy. I hate high heels. I freaking hate them. And at work, my last job, I tried to wear flats as much as possible. And it doesn't help when you've broken a couple toes and a bone in the other foot. I have the Skechers slip-ins now. I got them a few months ago. Usually they're super comfortable, but tonight my feet just hurt. Ooh. I like to see the outfits too. Some of them are dolled up a lot. I like her hair back there. Working my feet. They got me walk at work. Now they added something to our patrol. So my nights went from 14,000 steps to 20,000 steps, which for somebody else would be 10 miles. But my short legs, I looked at a chart. My mile is 2,433 steps. So I only do 8 miles, but I do the same amount of steps as somebody doing 10 miles. So I don't know how that works. So, yes, I know. It's ridiculous. I literally only get to sit down for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the cameras, and then I'm up again. I get it done. Force of will and caffeine. I like it though. It's quiet. I'm by myself. My phone keeps slipping. I don't know how to make this tighter. I don't think there is a way. No, that's not it. There is so many knobs on this thing. I'll just try to keep an eye on it. It's kind of, yeah, I'm just trying to keep this top out. I know, that would be such a good idea. I can use it outside, but I can't use it inside. But that would be worth it. Because my one patrol is what we call the outer perimeter. It's just all the outside, the whole block. They own the whole block. So it's a whole block. Oh man. Dang, this keeps sliding. Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna have to get something to like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get, because there's a place I can screw an attachment. I think I'm gonna get a better phone holder than what came with it and screw that on. Going up. I'm actually holding it right now. Oh my god, these people are so loud. Why? I parked here because I'm between bars. I'm gonna find a new place. What do you think? Let me see if I can force it to close. I don't have any paper. Am I? Hold on. Alright, I had a sign that I just messed up on. I just ripped a piece off. Let's see if we can get this in there. Okay. Look away. Okay. I appreciate that. Me and Kelly, I turned the phone off. You're right, like a regular black. They had one of those finger rings on the back. Hang on. I'm gonna try this again without turning the phone off. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to take it out. Okay, I have to quit. I keep freaking turning the phone off. I have this piece of paper I'm trying to stick in there. YouTube! I gotta get on TikTok, y'all. I started a channel, but I thought they were gonna get rid of it, so I didn't do anything on it. Don't I have to have a second phone for that? I guess I could. I'll look into it. Everybody wants me on TikTok. Alright, I quit. I'm keep turning the damn phone. I cannot get this in there without turning it off. Dang it. We'll just leave it right there and hope it stays. Oh gosh. 2 hours exactly right now. Yeah, I thought about getting my good gimbal out that's electric and just walk in the street. But I got to figure out a sign that I can wear to make people talk to me. Going down, yep. Well, I don't know how it's going down that far because the buttons should be stopping it. I don't understand why the button. locking for the... Oh, that's a spider. Get out. Ew. Yup. It does. It is slippery. Oh my god. What is that? A harmonica across the street. What? It's like all the noise just wants to come right here. Oop. Over there. He's busking. I had a saxophone I passed on the way here. What did I do to pull it in? Right on. Called that guy an a-hole, I guess. I don't know if you, did you guys notice, I think it was last week, that the a-hole that was there the week before trying to say he was a Scientologist, he tried to come back on again, and I just ignored him and turned the camera and he left. That guy was so full of shit. And I let him bait me. Yeah, it was early on, and he was behind me right here, and he says, "You remember me?" I said, "Yeah." And he tried to get in the camera, and I turned it and put it on me, and he left. Yeah. Hey, drive-by. What's up? We're here in Austin, Texas. Mainly talking to people about Scientology, trying to get the word out about it, but also people watching at the same time. In between. It's the live music capital of the world. If you want to make it as a live band, this is where you go. Unless you're country, and then you go to Nashville. But they have country here too. They have all music. Hey, Pit Boss. Yeah, I hadn't been here in Austin in like 20 years. Since one of our anniversaries. I'm too old for the noise. We just walked down the street when it was closed to traffic. I didn't even go in anywhere. Yeah. We do come down here for they have some really nice restaurants and hotels and other things to do. So we ate at a really nice restaurant and stuff. Even though we're only about an hour and a half from here, it's still, every few years yep, 6th Street. Yeah, did she fall down? Did she fall down? Or almost, wow. Okay. I think I've been that drunk once, maybe twice. Yeah, many, many decades ago. Starting to wind down. It's getting to be about 1:30, about 15 more minutes, and I'll start packing up. My legs are feeling it. Hey, Sizzle. Yep, I'm part of the solution. We're out here trying to get the somebody to listen to us in the government or the authorities or somebody. Thank you, Pit Boss. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. This guy almost fell on me. He's so... Ooh, this guy. Ooh. That guy. He's not doing well. I hope he makes it to wherever I hope he's not going to his car. I know. If it's not about Scientology, I'm not going to be involved. I only have the bandwidth for one cause. Hey, this I know. How are you? Okay, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, they keep me safe. They stay with me all the way to my car. Hey, John. Where would you think that? Hey, Simorn. Good morning. You must be somewhere other than the central U.S. Yep, it is. That's what my sign says. That's what I'm here for. I got a lot of people stopping and talking. I've only been doing this since last month. Hey, B Dimension, how are you? Good to see you. Let's people watch. It's more interesting. We can people watch and talk. I can see it's starting to wind down too. Oh, wait, not really. You should see the crowd over there. Holy moly. Sorry about my sign's in the way. I'm not good at this. Okay, Juan, we'll see you. There's a lot of people over there. I asked somebody while I was walking, because since I came straight here, I realized on the map where I was. It is 1:30 in the morning. The bars are about to close, so it's about time for me to go. Well, you can think that, Sizzle, but this is a big cause. There is a lot of child abuse going on, human trafficking, elder abuse, and nobody is investigating it. It's going on in our country, and they have organizations all over the world. So that's what brought me in, was the child abuse, because they believe their children are adults in small bodies. So assaulting a child is not a big deal in Scientology. Yeah, Billy. And that's the problem with Scientology. They protect them. If you try to take somebody in Scientology to the authorities, you'll be excommunicated and punished and harassed and followed, and your dogs will get poisoned. It has happened. So it's a high crime to turn somebody into the authorities in Scientology, but you will not get excommunication for assaulting a child. So it is a haven for pedophiles. What do they say? PDF files, somebody said. And that's what I'm here about. Trying to get the word out to everybody so that maybe finally we can get some hearings in front of some government. Even if we can only get local government. Hey, Kate. Oh yeah, I remember we moved here the year after that, in '93. And we live about an hour south of Waco. So when my dad visited, we actually went to the site, and at the time they had a shack, the Branch Davidians, I think they're called. They had a shack set up with propaganda about their religion. And now I think they had built a permanent structure, I heard. Hollywood, California. Well, then you probably know Streets LA down there. He's out there all the time on Hollywood Boulevard watching cops and Scientology. Yeah, Billy, I hope so, but we can help. I feel like God especially wants to help those that help themselves. Yep. Well, the only problem with this cult is it has lasted for 70 years, 75 years, because the evil genius behind it was a science fiction writer, and he created something that would live on after him. Not many cults survive once the leader is gone, and this one has. Yeah. Jeff, for sure, for sure. It's the same in Scientology. They control your whole life. And if you sign it up for their Sea Org, you sign your life away and you can get married. But if you get pregnant, they will force you to go to the clinic. They will bus you there themselves because it will distract you from your duties. And if you keep it and stay in Scientology, which you would think, because as a public and not a Sea Org, you spend money in the church. They treat them like dirt on your bottom of your shoe if you keep your child and get out of the Sea Org. And a lot of people, that's how they get out of the Sea Org, is they get pregnant on purpose. Jason, for sure. Hey, Veronica. Who else has got jumped in here? Yep, I know. He was an evil genius. He was evil AF, but he set it up in a way that it would run without him. That is the difference between this cult and all the others. They have burned out once the leader wasn't, usually the leader burns himself out. I winner, we don't do politics here. This is about Scientology. I think I'm gonna start packing up soon. I'm gonna start packing up, y'all. If you wanna stay around, we walk back to my car and kind of everybody watches me, so I'm okay. Yes, Jeff. I'm not sure if it's Jacinto. There's one in Hemet. There's one in Twin Peaks that I know of, and then there's the one in LA itself. Yeah, and they think their children are adults in small bodies, so they don't think child abuse is that bad because they believe they go to a new baby body when they die. Yeah, my daughter actually lives not very far from there. She lives near Riverside. So then I wanted to go out and check them out, but when I went out and spent a month with her, I was there to help babysit while she trained for a job. Yeah, someday, I guess. Oh, are you, Jeff? Yeah, George, it actually is. L. Ron Hubbard studied black magic under Jack Parsons. I have a short video on my channel about it. And he was actually trying to bring forth the Antichrist. I'm from Ohio. If you mean where I'm at now, we're in Austin, Texas. Oh yeah, Jeff, there is. Yeah, I've seen that too, the drone footage. That's because the leader's wife has been missing for, getting really close to 20 years. And there was some horrible things that happened. It's called the gold base or the INT base, they call it, the international base. They had a place there called the Hole that the executives of Scientology, the highest level, that worked right beside David Miscavige, the leader they have now. He stuck them in there not for weeks, not for months, for years, in this double wide trailer, nothing but a blanket, and they got fed from buckets to punish them for whatever made up reason he had. That is the kind of stuff that goes on in there. I know, George. I don't know what that meant. It didn't make sense. There was a time in the early 90s when they had the commercials. My husband and I had just moved to Central California, up near Monterey. Luckily, they didn't have a church there. And we thought it sounded cool, a science-based thing. It's not. It's not at all. There is no science involved. All they do is tell you to take these courses and to move up the bridge of total freedom, and when you get to the top, you'll be a super being that can control matter, energy, space, and time. Now, what's funny is, a lot of them, when they get up there and they've spent all their money, they can't get out because now their family and friends and everything is wrapped up in Scientology. Well, they believe that there's no victims in life, that anything bad that happens to you, you have brought in yourself. Either something bad you did this life or in a past life. And then you have to go into sec checking and auditing, which is like interrogation, to find out the crime you committed that caused it to happen. If you have a fender bender and it's their fault, that's it's your fault. There's no victim. Scientology is not a faith-based religion. There's no deity. There's no God. They believe that there are beings from another galaxy that was brought here before humans were on Earth by a guy. It was overcrowded, and he brought them here and dropped them in a volcano. And then their thetans, or what we would call spirit or soul, was hanging around until humans came around, and then, yeah, it did English, it totally did. And they take over bodies. Well, that's why there's so much abuse of children, because they believe their children are adults in small bodies, because their last life they could have been an 80-year-old man. Or, no, they don't do anything like that, George. It's all kind of like, they go in and they take courses, they pay a lot of money, they do this stuff called auditing, which is kind of like therapy, but more like interrogation. They even have a machine they call the e-meter that is kind of like a lie detector. The needle moves around, and then they're like, if the needle moves the wrong way, they're like, what were you thinking about? What crime did you commit? What did you do? And they get all this dirt on you. So then when you do want to leave, they've got all the dirt. You go online, you can find an order near you. I wouldn't give them your real information, though. They'll hound you for the rest of your life. You could go to LA to the Celebrity Center and join where Tom Cruise goes. I didn't care. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Raj. Oh, I'm just out here spreading the truth about Scientology. Oh, no. They will take all of your money. They will make you bankrupt. We are in Austin, Texas, on 6th Street, which is a big tourist area. Hey, El Delgado. Yeah, Al. But now that I've studied it and I read the first book and I've talked to people who have escaped, you can be a smart person and get taken in by Scientology. He created it in a way, he was an evil genius that really preys on the needs of people, and they tell you that they can help you with whatever's wrong, come inside, and once you're in, they're nice, they love bomb you at first, then the control and coercion starts. And then you're so deep in, it's really hard to leave. Alright, I gotta start packing up. And if y'all want to hang out, some of you will walk on the gimbal and you can see more of 6th Street and follow me to my car. Let's see if this comes apart. Ah, the humidity, look at that. The humidity's low. Did we put that on? Nope. Cool, that's nice. Closed windows. Oh, yeah. You're talking about blue? Yeah, they're not even allowed to look out the window. They have the windows covered. They don't ever get to go outside. They're always inside. I mean, I know what it's like to be stuck inside all summer being in Texas. I couldn't imagine being stuck inside all the time. Now, the problem with that is a lot of them don't know that story. Hang on, y'all. Uh-oh. I think that was all the police. I love that little truck they're driving. I'm having to hit my inhaler. Woo. Been talking a lot. Something's going on down the street. Bars are letting out. People are acting a fool. Yep, Al, that's true. And he was the evil genius. He told his agent that he wasn't making enough money on his novels, so to make money he was going to start a religion. And he did. He could have helped people, but he chose to be evil about it. Alrighty. Alright, now I am definitely going to be shaking. I'm taking you off there. I don't know. This street is very long and this city is very large. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Look away till I'll tell you when I'm done. Alright, there we go. I'll let you know when I'm done shaking. Don't look. Alright. We're done for a minute.
Wait, no, Johnny, get in the car.
Come on, get us in, get us in. You're talking about me, let me in.
Okay, we're packed up. We're gonna walk now. I'm gonna stay on this side because I don't like that ramp I have to go up. Oh, might help if I take the brake off. If you guys are new, this is my wagon of justice. as Adam dubbed it. I didn't put any signs on it, but I should. I'm trying to figure out the best way to not shake you guys. This is supposed to be a gimbal, but it never works right, so it's more of a selfie stick, so it may shake. Alright. If you guys, it is the live music capital of the world. These are all bars, and it's all live music in every one. Alright, yes, if I go away, I'm between these, see these big buildings? So sometimes I lose signal when I'm walking. So, we're just walking to my car and people watching right now. What I usually do is I'm set up with my signs and I talk to people about the horrors of Scientology. That's like my, what do you call that? Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Hang on. Oh, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. I didn't realize that tip there like that. Oh, this food smells good. I need some food. I think that was fries or something. Are you guys still there? I went away for a minute. If I do, okay, cool. If I do disappear, for good. Hey, Maximum Potential, how are you? We're just peace people watching the 6th Street in Austin. The bars just let out and we're on our way home. Whew. Everybody just helps me stay safe on the way to my car. I don't know what that was about. I am 56. I have grandchildren. Yep, airplane it is, trust me. No, it's 6th Street in Austin. Ooh. Hey Stevie, no, we're in Austin on 6th Street where all the live bands play. Oh, thank you. Probably too old for you though, Sleepy. John, we don't do politics. Oh, I'm not following them. The hands up. Okay, there we go. I started to go with them. They just walked in. Whatever. We don't do politics here. Oh. I had to put it up above. Somebody said before. I don't know what. Okay, I'm back now. The weather is actually really nice tonight. I'm what we call never in. And honestly, a lot of the protesters that's doing what I'm doing are never ins. Because the ex-members, or what I call survivors, they don't, some of them do protest. But they also have channels where they talk about their stories and talk about Scientology and other things. Yeah, these buildings are super tall. And I always lose signal right there. Matter of fact, where am I? Can I go one too many again? I gotta check the map. Shoot. Wait a minute, is that Cava? Where am I? Dang it. I'm supposed to be on Colorado, not Congress. Something like that, AI, and they do that to some of their members. If you get put in the RPF, they'll starve you.
Damn, listen. Damn. I know we gotta go.
You want to listen to motherfuckers' conversation?
I want to go to the car.
Oh no. I go up and turn left. I think I'm I'm good. Oh, Papa's behind me. Okay. One more block. Oop, not yet. Yeah, Leah Remini, yeah. She really started a lot of, she wrote a book, and she was a celebrity. So, no, this is Austin, Texas. We just got out of where all the bars are and the live music. We're kind of out of that now into it like more hotels and restaurants. But the bars are closing, so it's time to go. So you can walk with me. We can people watch. There was one guy that passed me I thought was going to fall on me. That was a long message. What was that? Okay, looks like you guys got it handled. If you completely lose me, like I can't get back on, I'll start a new stream like I did last time. I'm going back to my truck, but we're just people watching on the way there. Making sure I don't get mugged. Yeah, I've been pretty safe. It's been pretty good. I've been protesting over at their org by the college for about 16 months now. I've only had a couple bad incidents. Well, one wasn't that bad. He was just loud. But the first guy, he was... So, Scientology isn't a religion. It's... A science fiction writer thought it all up. And mainly what started me doing this was the child abuse. They believe they are from another galaxy, and their bodies were brought here and destroyed, and their things, what we would call a soul, were floating around when humans started to walk the earth. And now they go from body to body. When they die, their body dies, they go to a new baby body. And that's why there's child abuse, because they look at their children as adults in small bodies. So manual labor, assaulting a child, not giving them a good education, none of that matters in Scientology. And that's what really, yeah, that's what really brought me. But the biggest thing I'm trying to do is educate and spread awareness and try to get, okay, this, wait, where am I? On the left? Oh, right there. I see it. Okay, I'm almost there. I got my good spot that I like, but it took me a 20-point turn to get into it. Oh my gosh, it was worse down the street, y'all. The bars. I tried to find a corner that was not that loud, but the pedicabs were sitting there being loud. There's really no spot that's not loud. Yep, that's what you should be with children, but that's what they don't do in Scientology. And that's the problem. And then they're indoctrinated their whole life. And right now, it's second and third generation that's in there. They're really not getting new members. And they're victims too, even though they're trying to pull people in. Because they're not allowed to have cell phones. If they do, it's nanny. They're not allowed to look on the internet. They'll get in trouble. So they don't know any of the stuff that's out here. They don't know the truth. They only know what they've been told. So one of the things I do, and a lot of people do when we're out there, is, I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. Try to talk to the Scientologists inside. I have a sign for them that has the 2 foundations that will help them escape and get them in a GED, usually, a job, because they have no job experience, an apartment, which they probably Never had, because they live in bunks that are 3 tall. I know in Chicago they have 8 people to a studio apartment. So, and there's other abuse too. That's just the big one that brought me here. But there's more, lots and lots more. Yeah, the only problem with this cult is usually when the leader goes a little nuts, it implodes. Well, he was an evil genius and made it so it would outlive him. He died. A new, worse guy took over. Whew. All right, we're here. Where are my keys? In fact, might even argue. Well, here's the difference that I see with mainstream religion and the cult. Mainstream religion, the doctrine, for the most part, if it's like Christian, has good doctrine. Love your neighbor, don't kill, don't steal. But in Scientology, the doctrine is abusive. There's nothing good in the doctrine. Sorry. Whoops. I just made everybody sick. I need to get my car detailed. It's a mess. So, I get that a lot when people walk by. They're like, all religions are a cult. The problem is, this isn't a religion. They don't have a deity. They don't have a God. So they don't have, all they have is the original leader that they worship in a way. This is my work stuff I have to keep in here. Stuff I might need. I was going to buy one of those fancy little car storage things, and I was like, this will do just fine. There's my dash cam. Because these people are nuts. If you don't have a dash cam, you should get one. Oh. So, Tom even said, so I started working, let's see, April, May, June. It's been 3 months. This is the 3rd time his car has broken down. All my money has gone to his car. And then, so we had to tow it. $380 to tow it from Waco to our house. Then he wants to fix it himself. Figured out it's the fuel pump. Then Wednesday, I took an extra shift, right? Oh, I did that wrong. I took an extra shift. And he goes out to get me gas. Hold on, let me put this down somewhere, guys, so I'm not shaking all over the place. I would get sick if I were you. Let's set it right there. All right. What was I saying? So, because you have to drop the tank. So anyway, Wednesday I took another shift. Tom went out to get me gas because it was his day off, and the car wouldn't start very well. Well, he got it started. Then when I went out, it started but rough. And then I had to stop halfway at Buc-ee's to go to the bathroom. And it died. And it wouldn't come back on. So, really nice gentleman in a work truck who was parked beside me. Tom had put the jumper cables in the truck. And luckily I leave super, super early. So, I got to work, and then my relief that came in, he gave me a jump to get home, and we got a rental car yesterday because of all this, and so Tom figured out it's not the alternator, it was definitely the battery, so we got a new battery. So my truck is fixed, so I'm in it. He wanted me to bring the rental car, and I'm like, I am not driving to Austin in a little car. I'm used to being in my truck and feeling safe. So he went out there today, and he doesn't want to drop the tank by himself in this freaking heat. So he's going to call our mechanic and see how much he's going to charge us. I hope this close. So this is the third one. Literally all of my money that I have made has gone to his car. But that's why we keep our cars even when they get old, because it's still cheaper than buying a new car. And some of you may know that car, we started with putting a new engine in it, everything attached to the engine. We fixed the coolant leak, the rear end, the front end. And literally the fuel pump was the last thing that we hadn't done. And he's like, it's like they'll let us get ahead just a little bit, and then boom. Okay, this isn't working. Hold on. I gotta turn my cooler. There we go. Oh, we were looking at caps for the back of my truck as soon as I have some extra money, so that I don't have to do this anymore. Whew. Sorry about that, guys. I'm walleting out. Where's my keys? Need my keys. Come on now. There we go. Ooh, getting a lot. Hello. Oh, somebody giving me crap. Actually, I'm all done now. Everybody just kind of stays with me to make sure I don't get mugged getting in my car. I was protesting on 6th Street and talking to people, and people, oh, now I'm hot. It's Texas. All right, I'm good now. I'm getting in my car. I appreciate y'all. Hey, New Red. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I do this every Friday night, 11:30 Central Time. We do get a lot of people watching done. People are funny when they're inebriated. Thanks, Kevin. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Now I have an hour and a half driving home, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. These are first world problems, you know. I'm not really complaining. I'm just giving updates. Because like I say, everything happens for a reason. If I hadn't been called to get that job, there's no way we could have been fixing his car. So that's the way I choose to look at it. Oh, I started getting my pink stuff, Chat Mama. This is my first pink blingy thing I got. Alright, I will see you guys next Friday or in the chats. Y'all have a good week. Thank you, Friday. And thank you, Chat Mama, for being my mod, and No Face if you're still here. And if you want to hear more about Scientology, come next Friday and I'll be doing it. Jam chill. See you later.